when we started, it's been the first conservationist work we've done. When we started the job, it wasn't like our normal day. Slower work and had to be more precise and harder to get. It wasn't as if you could go to a pallet of brick and just start building away. Had to hand pick them and sort through pallets then to get the right matches. On each section of the building, you could have started off then and maybe it was an orangey coloured brick. Come round onto a different section of the building and the brick could have been dark orange or like a black through it or that there. It must have been just the weather or the way the rain was hitting the building. It was just tricky enough now to get the matches off the brick. As we're going through the job, we come upon maybe a half dozen or a dozen bricks there that actually when they were put into the kiln, they mustn't have baked right. We had to remove them, and when the bricks were out, they were just in like a putty type doughy formation. And you could have sliced them with a trowel. The bricks that were sourced for the job was my boss, Brian McGivern, would have took a couple of samples away with him, went to the merchants, and he would have picked or matched the samples up again the brick that he thought was nearest to the job. It wasn't always the handiest because sometimes the colour match that we were getting, all the bricks through the years, there was imperial and metric sized bricks, and some of the bricks that Brian did source, some of them was good match, but all ones were first class colour match, but had to be tucked away and sides and bottom had to be trimmed on them before we could use them. Some of them we started trimming them on site, but it was just taking too long, so Brian got it arranged that SC McConnell, they have a big machine back home in Kilkeel, and they took a whole pallet and they put them so many on a big machine, trimmed them all up and took them back onto site again. It was maybe more expensive for Cologne, but Brian was very fussy and he wanted the job done right. The mortar that was used in Queen's was a lime mortar. The reason being, this is one example here. Through the years, the building has been repointed with sand and cement. And what happens is, sand and cement around the brick seals the water in. So the water has nowhere to come, can't come out through the joint to the sand and cement. And it eventually goes up into the brick, blows the faces off the brick. When we were doing the job now, we were using lime mortar, which is mixed 2.5 sand till 1 lime. SC McConnell's boys would come and we would replace the bricks. They would come and they would repoint them in.
Took a bit of the old mortar that was in the joints and sent it over to be tested. And we actually got a few samples of a special mix made up. So the supplier that we have got that from is actually now called it the Queen's Mix. And we've already used it on another project. And they have it now set up, and that's actually what they call it now.
There, when you stand back now and the scaffold's all down on the building and look at it, very, very proud of the way it turned out, and it's something that you can look at in years to come now.